up, guys?
All set? Fine.
Okay, it was, going into the Alfred game, and I'm not sure how many years we've played Alfred, but the exhibition game is, one, we want to win. Two, we want to get all of our guys in, get comfortable, get their nervousness out of their system. Get for the young guys, their first time playing in front of a crowd. I thought the students did a great job of coming out. We appreciate that. But and then we didn't want to get anybody hurt. And so I think we accomplished those 3 or 4 things. But I thought, we had intensity. Our team, we have a little bit more depth this year, so I think we can pick up more full court. We can bring guys in and out, and there's not a big, if any, slippage in our talent from the first group to the second group. So hopefully we can stay healthy. But I thought it was a good first game, exhibition game, and Alfred is a young team, and we knew that they lost a lot last year. But I thought we played well, and but the real game started Monday.
You already know what a game like this will be, Mark. What specifically are you looking for in a game like this with your guys?
You want to make a statement. It's first impressions. It's like, the fans come to the game, and we want them to leave, walk into their car with a good impression of us, in terms of our effort, in terms of our, unselfishness. But at the same time, we want to win. I was always taught when you play anything and you keep score, you play to win. And that was the most important.
Given the talent you have in the top 10,
yeah.
I'm assuming you have some pretty intense practices.
Yeah, practices have been good. I think the more talent you have, and when good is going against good, both guys are going to get better, and that's a positive. That hasn't always been the case.
Coach, what did you make of Daryl, Micah, and Charles, all 3 of them together, working together?
Yeah, it's, I have to watch the tape, but I thought they all played well. And like I told the team before the game, if we can stay unselfish and we can be happy for the success of the other players, their other teammates, then we're going to have a chance to have a successful season. We have a lot of players. So guys aren't going to play 35, 40 minutes a game. They're going to share some time, and that's something that hasn't always been the case. And knock on wood that we continue to have the depth that we have, and we're going to play that way. And I think we can bring guys in waves, and I think there's, like I said, there's no drop in talent from one point guard to the next point guard, or 1-2 guard to the next 2 guard. We have 9 to 10, I think really good players.
Is that starting 5, your starting 5 going forward?
I have no idea. It's who knows. I'm not big on, especially the way we're playing now. It's like the guys that start the game, I really don't care. I guess, you get introduced and you can, wave to your girlfriend in the stands. But it's, I think we have 9 to 10 really good players that can really, if they share the ball and they play together, we have a pretty good group.
You guys had, twice as many fouls as Alfred did. Is that just the early rust being shaken off from you guys?
Yeah, well, we're playing aggressive. When you play 94 feet, there's going to be a little bit more, aggressiveness and fouls. We don't want to foul, 94 feet from the basket. We had, some cheap ones, and some offensive rebounds. We're a work in progress. We're not nearly where we need to be. Rebound the ball, keeping the ball in front of us. We didn't run anything today. We don't, want to give anything away, so we just run our basic stuff. We put the BOB play in this morning. So it's on Monday, and I'll have a better idea, after we play Monday, where we're at.
Did you gain any more clarity today, Coach, about your point guard situation and balancing Kyrell with?
No, they're both good. Both of them are. Whoever was out there is going to play really well, and that's good for me as a coach, but good for our team. And I think like you look at Chad and Noel or Moses and Daryl. There's no slippage. and so that's a positive. And both those guys, all these guys are going to play. Now can they accept playing 22 minutes a game rather than 30 minutes a game? And we'll see. I expect them to be able to accept that.
Coach, sharing the bench with your son for the first time, was that a neat moment for you today?
Yeah, so it's I answered that question when Nick was my grad assistant. It's always it's neat when and today there was no pressure, but when the game is on the line, there's a lot of pressure. When you look down the bench and you see your son, it puts things in perspective. Today, didn't really matter, but yeah, it makes you look at where the basketball is not the biggest thing. Winning's not the most important thing, even though we're trying to kill the other team. But it's just it puts things in perspective.
You talked about the, no slippage, no sort of
Yeah.
fall off between the first unit and second unit.
Yeah.
Can you sort of speak on the dynamic between Noel and Chad this year and how that's going to work out?
Yeah, it's going to be the same thing as Daryl and Moses or Kyrell and Micah. They'll be sharing minutes, and I think it's going to be good. It's like, I think when you're a starter and you're out there playing really hard and you get a 10-point lead, and then you're taken out and put somebody else in there, and that 10-point lead, when you go back in, is 0, that's not a good feeling. So I think it's really good that when the second group goes in, and I don't even really consider them the second group, it's like we put in the second 4 or 5 starters, then there's no slippage, and it can go from 10 to 20. And then they can give ultimate effort. We couldn't play full court man-to-man last year for 40 minutes. We just couldn't do it. We didn't have enough players. Hopefully this year we have enough players where we can, because defense is the staple. That's how you win. Even the first half, we didn't shoot the ball well at all in the first half, but we're up by 25 or whatever. It's because of defense, and that's going to be the staple. And I think, bringing guys in off the bench that are fresh is going to keep everybody fresh, and that's a huge key.
Moses and Chad, for you guys, just what was it like kind of getting back in that game environment? How would you guys kind of analyze today from the big picture?
I mean, it felt good, just being back in the Riley Center with a crowd and just playing the game the right way, and it just felt good for me.
Turn.
Yeah, it felt good. Being back in that environment around everybody that loves us and stuff like that, just felt good to be back in.
For you, Chad, I mean, what's your development been like over the summer, kind of from year 1 to year 2 to get ready for the season?
Main focus I had is to try to get my body in the best shape that I possibly could. Just working on it and getting to the best possible shape I could get.
Any other?
We got one for Moses and Chad. Just Coach talks about you guys maybe having a little bit less on-floor action this year, bringing your minutes down. Do you guys have any feelings about that?
No, I think it's a neat thing too, like especially what we're trying to do here. Be the top team in the league and all that good stuff, and just winning. It's nice knowing that when you come out the game, it's nice knowing that you give your all, and then when you come out the game, your teammate has your back, and it's gonna be the same thing. So it's like, at the same time, like all of us can shoot the ball. So being able to create for your teammate, it doesn't matter who shoots the ball. As long as it's a good shot. So it feels good.
I definitely agree. It's not holding us back; it's only inhaling, propelling us further. So, of course, I don't feel no way about it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.